we can take. Hello, Yakov, but that's your Russian name. Come over here closer, please. We have a guest, and this is very interesting guest. He here in America for many years, since 1997?
No, since 1988.
1988. And since 1997, you have your own business. You have a factory, big factory.
Relatively big, yeah.
Yeah, I saw those sophisticated metal pieces, and I have to admit, I'm glad a lot of things done by the computers and also hard-working people you have at the factory.
That's correct.
That's make my life easier, so I can just use it in our studio. Some of the pieces probably were made in your factory or have done some participations in the I don't know, I see a lot of metal pieces here.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of metal pieces and a lot of businesses who does that, but I mean, we work for specific customers in the Bay Area and just mostly high-tech companies. Our biggest customer is PLA Instruments. That's one of the major companies for the high-tech industry and semiconductor industry. That's what we do mostly, in a very high precision mechanical assemblies.
So let's introduce the name of the factory.
It's called ADAM. ADAM stands for Advanced Design, Engineering and Manufacturing.
All right, and that's since 1997, or that the ADAM was created before that?
No, it was founded in 1997. We have three partners, and in 1997, two of them founded the company. It was a real small company, and in 2001 I joined the forces, and now it's three equal partners in this business, and that's what we just start to grow at that time.
To have a big factory, you have two big buildings and a lot of machinery, from $500,000 and millions of dollars equipment which create those metal pieces, not one but many, and from those pieces goes to other factories and they create pieces for iPhones and Android devices and many other devices. So what's the education you have to make this happen?
You're asking about my personal education?
Personal, yes, and of course besides your life experience.
Okay, just at the beginning, I was born in Russia, in St. Petersburg, and I graduated at that time Leningrad's Polytechnical University, and and graduated in a master degree in mechanical engineering.
Before you came to United States of America, you also work in quite a high position.
Yeah, I was working for, I graduated in, it was a long time ago, in 1976, and if take in consideration that I left Russia in 1988, for 12 years I've been working here. I've been working, and as a matter of fact, I haven't changed any trades. I came to this machinery building corporation and start working with at that time, at the very beginning, I was CNC programming, and that's what actually I was continuing in the United States without any breaks.
So did you work in any restaurant? Like I came and I learned how to work in the restaurants.
No, I didn't learn how to work in the restaurants. I don't know, unfortunately, I immediately got a job. Actually, I haven't get the driver license yet, and some friends were picking me up and bringing it to work. I found the position as a CNC programmer, and my first experience was not that very successful. But in another month or so, I already found the position in a company in Fremont now, which is a really big company. The name of the company is FM Industry. It's a relatively big company in this business, and since then, I didn't change. I changed couple couple places, but by 2001 we decided to join together forces in our own business.
Now, of course, you probably had English skills when you started to work on your first job here in the United States.
I had some experience, but of course it was not enough. I mean, it took some, tough time, hard times, to get around much better than I was at the beginning. I was lucky a little bit. I graduated special English school in St. Petersburg, and but as you know, with that Iron Curtain, it was a big gap after I graduated school and actually start communicating with somebody who speaks English. That's why when I came to United States, I was a little bit shocked that I thought I know English better than at that time. But it took several years. I mean, just to feel much more comfortable in this case, because there is a lot of communications. There are sales guys going every day calling you with some stuff, technical engineering, meetings, presentations, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just broad. I had, as a matter of fact, and for the first 5 or 6 years, I haven't interacted much in Russian at my work. I mean, probably it was helpful,
Okay.
Helpful.
Yeah, you learn faster English.
helpful in this case.
So, what industries are interested in your product and services?
Well, we have about 40 active customers. Some of them big, some of them small. So, the majority is semiconductor industry. We have some medical industry. We have some PC board test and equipment business. Actually, it's part of our engineering business, and we have a good experience in this case. We've done some military orders also too. There were disk drive testing equipment. I mean, it just all the variety, businesses which are in the Bay Area. Most of all our customers are local customers. And one of the biggest part of the business is robotic, and we were actually approved supplier for PRI automation, which was in Mountain View. Then about 10 years ago they moved to Massachusetts, and we also been shipping them products and continue to ship it. Unfortunately, their business a little bit fading out.
Now, what about factories' equipment, those sophisticated machinery you have? What can you tell us? Where are you buying it, and what's your major suppliers of your equipment to create such a unique product you produce for your customers and clients?
Yeah. To get the equipment, I mean, as you understand, it's not that difficult. There are a lot of distributors of the equipment who represents different lines, from Japanese equipment, Korean equipment, United States equipment, German, and all other stuff. There are several companies, distribution companies, who has the application engineer and sales forces. We work closely to them to get that equipment, get of course financed for that. You can buy. It's a very expensive business. I want to emphasize on that, and that's about it.
And of course, to work on this sophisticated equipment, you have to have also very hardworking, smart, and even more sophisticated people working on.
Well, there is a variety of people working in our company. Some of them who does the setup of this equipment or who does the programming. Of course, they have an experience, and they have to have specific skills. They need to know the metal cutting, all the approaches, and plus use the software to use the engineering software, such as right now all the most popular systems like SolidWorks or Pro-E and some other things, and to set up the machine, of course, it requires several skills. There are some people who grow with companies, starting with a simple machine operator and became the setup guys. We have of course in some areas we have less experienced people, and we want to teach them, and we want them to learn our approach, how to set up the machines, how to run it, how to make quality good parts.
So you also train the people on the job.
We do.
So do you prefer to have experienced people or
Well,
train them?
as I said, it depends. It depends. If we need to cover some areas, and we don't have time for for training him, and this is specific. There is some very difficult stuff which we have
Project
to
or
make
contract,
projects,
yeah.
and they are outgoing, continuous. We want to find some, which is not easy, found some experienced people. But in majority cases, yes, we were hiring and looking for for the people who are not doesn't have enough experience, maybe to have a mechanical aptitude, and in this case, the majority of them they're successful.
So is it more international, Russian speaking, or
I wouldn't say so that our company is a Russian-speaking company. It sounds like it because three owners, they speak Russian, and some engineering staff they speak Russian. Inspection also he's a representative from Moscow. I mean, but in general, no. The Russian-speaking people, it's about 20-25%. Well, I mean, it's a big percentage, but it's from all over the world.
Yeah, I have been at your factory, and I noticed that, and when I spoke to your employees force, they're at your company for many years, 10, 12 years. And, so how do you keep them interested to stay in the same company for so long?
Well, I mean, well, we're trying, of course, not to let go, very core guys. And actually, we grew them, through all these years, and trained them, and we'd like to stay them. I don't know. It's better to ask, the workers about the environment and so on. What is it and how it works in our company? But I think the mutual respect, sharing the information, the people should know what to expect from them. I mean, and we value them, they value the work. And as you know, the business is going up and down, and we try to keep our core crew in place.
So I also noticed solar panels on the roof of the buildings, which belongs to your company. Why was made the decision?
Well, it's first of all, it's still some business connections with the people who does that, because very interesting guy who does a lot of electrical stuff for us when we move the equipment, when we need something. This person, he has his own company, and this person was involved in this solar installation. We got together, explained us the benefits of that, and after some consideration, we decided to go forward for this.
And so it's like helping also perhaps with the green technology and helping you, or you probably not to the way to sell the energy yet, but
No.
useful and
No.
saving money to the company.
Our main goal is to save money, yes.
And are you trying, because any businessman will try to have their factory or any businesses profitable. Do you think it's difficult, easy? What your suggestions to our listeners and viewers?
suggestion to
be profitable?
you mean overall, right?
Yeah, overall.
It's a very difficult it's a very difficult question. First of all, you have to all the time. I mean, I'll take you maybe the common words, but it's continuous improvement. Continuous improvement in process development, just working with people, getting new equipment to learn about new methods and so on. That's what should bring us more profitable. It is very difficult business with a lot of money involved in that. It just we try to be. Our goal is to be more profitable.
So you get all kinds of metals. And just to the end of our conversation, all kinds of metals to use, or any specific ones?
No,
Copper?
a big variety of metals. Well, for the biggest customers, such as Brooks Automation or KLA Instrument, they use a lot of aluminum. But in PC board testing equipment, we have a good knowledge and use a lot of different unique plastics, stainless steel, some unique materials like Covar or Invar, different copper. Copper also is a part of material which we use to machine.
Great, thank you so much. That was the co-founder of Adam, right?
Yes.
Factory, Mr. I call him Yakov.
Well, I mean, Yakov now is my middle name.
All right.
I mean, I'm Jacob Abolsky.
Okay, and thank you for listening to us. And this is Olga Show.
You're listening
English
to
part.
U90.